everybody. Welcome back to Syl and Cat Chat. I'm
Hello.
Syl. She's Cat.
I'm Cat.
We are gonna, well, what are we talking about today, Cat? Tell them.
Okay, well, our agenda today, we're going to talk about a show that's become one of our favorites, and it's going to be having a season 2 coming out soon. We're going to talk about our favorite show on Netflix right now. We won't tell you what it is yet. And then we're going to talk about Syl has a fab for once this week, folks. She has a diamond in the rough that she's going to share with you. And I know myself, I'm interested because I can definitely use this fab myself. And then we're going to talk about relationships. I think that's what most people can relate to. And we're going to give you maybe an update. We'll see.
Sounds
okay,
good.
so let's get started, Syl. Tell them what we've been watching and what it's about.
Okay, so I found a show on Netflix called Never Have I Ever, and I'm a Mindy Kaling fan. What it is was I actually read about an article about Mindy Kaling, and it was saying that she had created this show on Netflix called Never Have I Ever, kind of loosely based on her experience as a teenager or whatever. But anyways, I was interested in it, so I checked it out. And the premise of the show, it starts out with this 15-year-old Indian American girl who, her and her friends are like, we're gonna be cool this year, and we're gonna get laid. And I'm like, oh, mom heart stops. I'm like, this is a 15-year-old girl. And so, but after I got over my initial like mom shock, the show itself I found hilarious. I literally laughed out loud watching it by myself. So those are the kind of things I want to share with Kat. So I call her and I tell her to check out this show. What did you think, Kathy?
I was excited to check out something new. I'm a binge watcher and I like anything that I could watch a full season, 2, 3, or most recently 7 was in my last binge watch. But yeah, I enjoyed it very much. When you told me that you were shocked by it from a mom point of view, I mean, call me square, but I was shocked from it from a teenage perspective. I thought of myself in high school, and I don't know if this is embarrassing or not, but you know, full disclosure, I was a virgin when I graduated high school, so I didn't be having sex in high school. So to see these people, it was like a game, like, you want to have sex? Sure, you know, like they weren't even in a relationship, they were just all just trying to get laid, and I'm like, whoa. But trust me, folks, it's not just about teenage trying to get laid. It has really good characters. You grow to love these characters, and even the ones that you at first when they introduce are maybe like a little turned off by, they win you over. Like the rivalries, the personalities, and it's relatable because friends have fights, friends have periods where they don't get along and they make up, and just teen angst, usual teen angst. But it's funny because neither of us is anywhere near our teenage ages. I'm like pushing 50 almost, people. And my sister, I won't say her age, but trust me, she's not that much younger than me. So, but we enjoyed it. So it's something that I think the whole family could watch. You know, I would even think that if I was to watch this with, you know, like my ex or my brother or something, even they might laugh and giggle at certain things. So I would say thumbs up. If you haven't checked out Never Have I Ever, check it out. It also tells you after you watch season 1, because you'll be bummed like, oh my God, I don't have season 2 out yet. But it's guaranteed to have a season 2, so you stay tuned for it. I'm waiting for it. I have it set to my favorites, so it'll alert me when it hits Netflix. But check out Never Have I Ever.
I would like to add this because what it was about the show was, like I said, after I got over my initial shock, it really was relatable because the young character, the main character, she's lost her dad recently, and so that kind of trauma, she's kind of trying not to deal with it, and so she's kind of distracting herself with other stuff like being cool, this mission to get the hot boyfriend and all that. And to be perfectly honest, that was relatable to me because, you know, my parents divorced my freshman year of high school, and that kind of sent me on a searching type of thing where I was kind of trying to fill this emptiness. So I could really relate to that. And she didn't have people in her life like she had people in her life speaking truth. She had this great therapist, and so like there was that element where she's, you know, reaching out for help. She's got a mom who's trying to, you know, find her way without her husband. So anyhow, it gets deeper, but also funny. It keeps it funny at the same time. So yeah, it wasn't just about teenagers, you know, trying to have sex. It was really an interesting, well-written show with likable characters. So I would recommend it.
And one thing I liked about it is you know, they have shows that focus on, you know, African Americans or the yuppie white person, or they throw a few Hispanic shows here and there. This focuses on a young Indian girl, and it's coming of age, and it's also her trying to accept her culture. Her mom wants to keep her still, yeah, you're American, yeah, you're in the US, and you know, all that she's getting at school. She still wants her to have her roots at home, where you're from. And also, even though her dad passes away in the series, she still gets advice from her dad, because like many people have said they've experienced who've lost a loved one, you still feel like they come to you in signs, in dreams, and she has a strong family unit, you know, and she's a handful. She's not a bad kid, but she's a handful, and I think her mom's doing a good job with her. I think so. You get to see some good parenting going on, and it's a stellar show, written very well. It's written very well.
So thumbs up for me.
Thumbs up for me. 2 thumbs up from us. From Syl and Cat.
We're ready for season 2. So this week, like Kathy said, I have a fab. I have a habit of finding flops, but I really have a fab this week. And it was a Christmas gift from my niece, Alana. And she got me this InfinitiPro Conair. It's one of the dryer brushes. And all of the stylists are recommending this lately because they say that the more heat you put on your hair, so if you take the time to blow dry it and then also straighten it, you're putting that heat on your hair twice. So this is supposed to kind of save you a step and, you know, smooth your hair as you dry. And I was kind of hesitant to buy one because my hair is thick, it's long. So I'm like, that's for people with less hair, you know, fine hair. That won't work for me. But it really does. It does save me a step. And I love it. It's really doing well on my hair. So, and it was affordable. I can't imagine it was more than like $30-40 at the most. So do check this out. It is fab, and it's for all hair types. And you see, I've got a lot of hair, and it works. So thumbs up.
Who you telling? My hair is long and thick like my sister's, and I'm definitely. She already told me the brand and gave me the information. Because you know I get the tips quick before we bring them to you. But I'm buying it for sure. It says the InfinitiPro.
The Knot
What
Doctor.
does that say?
The Knot Doctor.
The Knot Doctor. Okay, that's good, because some of the ones that I've tried in the past, when they first started coming out with that, you know, they improve on things as people experience and give feedback. And not that brand per se, but I had one similar to that, some kind of other brand. And when my hair is long, and when I used that, it did like just get all tangled up. I didn't even know if that was because what I was doing, or if it was just not a good product. But they've clearly mastered a product, because my sister has long, thick hair, and you can see she's able to blow it out and straighten it, which I'm definitely going to invest, because if, like you said, it's $30 or $40, I spend $25 a week, twice a week, to get my hair blown out, because I have naturally curly, kinky, wavy hair. So when I want to get it blown out or even straightened like my sister, like she said, you have to blow it dry with the round brush and then flat iron and the tips under, and it's just heat twice. And if you are someone who already colors and treats your hair to do even more damage to it, we want to keep our hair healthy and as much of our hair on our head as we can for as long as we can.
Definitely.
So good. I'm glad you had a thumbs up. I don't have a fab or flop this week, so I hate to disappoint you guys, but we're hoping that we can make up for it and save some time to talk about more tips from my sister's book on marriage and relationships, and maybe give you an update. So
yeah, more importantly than my tips, I think we all want to know how things went with Kathy's Christmas gift situation, the friend zone guy that we talked about a few episodes ago, when I gave her some guidance as to what her gifts might be saying. I want to know
for the guy that said he wanted to just be my friend.
He wants to just be friends.
Yes,
so I want to know how that went, Kat. Tell us about it.
It didn't go well. Needless to say, I thought I moved into this condo here, and I had a single lady across the hall, a young single man next to me, 3 singles. We might have a friend situation going on. We can hang at each other's house and watch movies, maybe share a meal. We all get home around the same time.
It's gonna be like Friends, the show.
That was my fantasy. Yes, I watch clearly too many shows on TV, because that is not life. Because I'm not saying, because I know it's an ongoing controversy or topic, can men and women just be friends? It's been said and discussed many times. There's lots of yays, there's lots of nays. But in this particular circumstance, I am here to tell you that clearly men and women can't be friends, especially if one clearly has intentions to be more than friends. Which even when a gentleman tells you, ladies, that, oh yeah, he knows you said very clearly you just want to be friends, unless you tell him, like I was advised to tell them, which I will go over with you in a second.
Oh boy.
I'll tell you what somebody told me, and if that somebody wants to tell you who she is. Okay, so I gave him the gifts that I originally selected because I still went ahead and thought housewarming gifts. I already bought them, and to be honest, it was already close to Christmas. I really didn't want to go out and Christmas shop anymore during this virus, and I really felt like even though in previous videos, if you go see, I think it might have been episode 2 or 3 or something, and find out like what I bought.
Refresh our memory. What'd you buy? What were the gifts?
I bought a nice fuzzy warm blanket throw that I thought the gentleman could put on his couch, because on my big sectional here, you can't see it in this video, but on that corner over there, I have a throw kind of laying over it, the arm with some pillows, and I bought him a set of 4 wine glasses that were just beautiful to look at. I almost kept them for myself after she told me not to give them, but I felt like I bought them with the intent to give a person a nice gift. Let me give him the gift. So I gave him the gifts when he got back from his holiday trip to South Carolina is where he went. Yeah, South Carolina. And I guess he watched Syl and Cat. Which I should have known he did. I wasn't trying to hide anything, but I think I even said, because he knows we filmed Syl and Cat, and he knows that I had filmed it and said check out Syl and Cat. And secretly I did say check out Syl and Cat because it was just another way for me to let him know that my agenda between us is friends and friends only.
Push him on into the friend zone. Like give him a little nudge into the friend zone.
Yes, because I had mentioned that and apparently not clear enough, that I am not in this stage right now for even opening myself up to anything more than friends. Because recap again for you guys who don't follow us yet or are new to our channel, but those of you who have seen our videos understand that I am recently separated and going through a divorce. So I'm not in a dating set of mind. I'd like to keep company with male or female friends, people to hang out and do things with. You don't want to be bored at home and lonely. Or if you do have to be in your home, a select few individuals who might come over, share a pizza, some Chinese food, watch a movie, chill. That's all I'm looking for, companionship, so I'm not lonely, because I live alone. So I thought I found me a friend. I didn't find me a friend. I found me a guy who clearly was interested in being more than friends. And I'm not hating, because it happens. It's happened to the best of them. I probably liked someone in my past who wasn't feeling me that way. So it happens to us all, so I'm very empathetic to that. But I need to be clearer. And I was told that the conversation should have went something like, it's not the situation that I'm currently in, that I very crystal clearly need you to understand that there is absolutely 0 chance of me and you ever having a sexual relationship. That's not gonna happen. Now, that's hard for me to say to somebody. It would be hard for me to hear if I were that person. So I didn't say it like that, but I do want to always be honest with people. So I tried to kind of weasel my way, like, oh, watch Syl and Cat, because then he'd hear that he's in the friend zone. And then I kept saying that, yeah, well, I'm recently just getting out of a relationship. I'm not looking for a relationship. I clearly said I was looking for somebody to maybe go on my walks and runs with me that I go on. But people hear what they want to hear, and they also think that, I think Sylvia told me that sometimes they think they'll wear you down or play the long game, the waiting game, like they'll stick around till I am over that person. But like I had mentioned in the previous video, it isn't even a matter of me being free of heart and ready to open myself up again. If had all things been aligned, had I met him previous to my marriage, he was just not somebody that after hanging out a few times, I knew already that wasn't my cup of tea. That wasn't someone that I had that kind of romantic interest in that I would need to have to be passionately falling in love with someone. That wasn't going to happen and would never happen. So needless to say, I've lost a friend because I have been open to remain friends, but when I text now versus when I used to text before, and I would say, hey, you know, you want to go to the casino with me, or did you eat yet? You know, when you got back, at first I got like a text, hi Kat, how are you doing, what's up? And I would just respond that, you know, well, I'm at home, you know, just chilling, you know, gonna get to bed pretty soon. I think he saw that like maybe as a brush off, but it really wasn't a brush off. It was just, you know, I got used to him having been gone those couple of weeks, so I wasn't really ready to be hanging out again. Plus, with him being gone for 2 weeks, even with his job, they have him quarantining to make sure he's safe to be around others, because remember, he went for holiday gathering with friends and family, so he's been exposed to many people. So my plan was always to not immediately hang out with him. But I noticed that now when I text, I needed help. I honestly did, because I got this new item and it was really tight and I couldn't untighten it. It was hurting my hand. I was trying my best. I didn't have any tools. So I text, because he's next door, and I said, hey, would you be able to, I need your muscle. I didn't even get a response to that text. And then I eventually did it myself. I just kept at it and it hurt like HE double hockey sticks. But I got it to loosen finally. And then I was like, I think I texted him again for something else. Oh, because I had planned to go to the casino this week, and I was going to plan to go, and I may still go, but he never responded back either. So to me, that's sending me a clear message that either you're really busy, which, be honest, folks, during quarantine, are any of us really busy? Do we have anywhere really to go? I think seriously, before he was willing to do everything. I mean, I couldn't find paper towels at the store one time, and he not only bought me paper towels, he bought my father paper towels, because I told him that I had went to the store to get my dad and me some paper towels, and they were all out. He got some for me, bought them to me. I offered to pay for them. He said no problem. He was like texting me like every day before then, and now like radio silence. So needless to say, I would have loved to be able to create a new friend, but we all know what we want from people, and if he clearly doesn't have the time to invest in me in a friendship, I understand. I just have to accept that it is what it is. But that is my update. Kathy needs new friends, but only friends.
So you guys tell us what your experiences are. I think that, you know, there's not much she could have done different. She tried to be honest. I am just a generally very, very direct person. Sometimes it gets me into trouble, but and I don't want to be mean, so please don't make that mistake. But I do. I think that we have to be very clear in our initial conversations with potential friends, to let them know. The reason I explained that it's not situational is so that he won't think, oh, well, she's just hurting right now, but if I play the long game and be a friend to her, then perhaps I can slide on in at some point in the future. So I think it's important at the beginning to establish the relationship and the boundaries. But anyhow, we need to wrap it up for today, but I definitely would love, and I know Kathy would love, to hear from you guys. What do you think about, what do you do when you just want to be somebody's friend? And how could we handle that in the future? Because we're going to all go through this, especially.
And I would like, if you want to leave comments or feedback, how you would, where should I go from here? Should I just call it a wash and not even reach out as a friend anymore? Should I let him reach out to me? Or am I wrong? Am I maybe reading too much into it and I should continue to text and say, hey, do you want to do things? I mean, what would you do? Because actually, I enjoyed his company. He made me laugh. The conversation was nice. But I understand that most people want to invest their time in relationships that are going in the direction that they hope that it arrives in, the final destination, the end game. And maybe end game for him was more than friends. So I can see that might be the case. But if Brian is watching this, don't be shocked. You said he'd know who he was. If he's watching this video, just know, Brian, that I appreciated the time that we did hang out, and you're an A1 guy, And just because you're not my person doesn't mean you're not a great person, because you are a wonderful person with a lot of qualities, and it's not the brush off and it's not a line. I genuinely, if you ever need a friend, that's what Catherine is here for you. Friendship.
All right, Brian. Well, that's it for today. Guys, check out Never Have I Ever on Netflix. Definitely for all hair types, check out the InfinitiPro Conair, the Knot Doctor, and make sure that when you're making new friends, if you just want them to be friends, then just make sure that's real clear at the get-go, and hopefully
crystal clear, she said.
Crystal clear. And hopefully for anybody who wants to be Kathy's friend, she's looking for some friends. So come on.
Always.
Take care, everybody.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.